Yo, what is going on, guys, and welcome back to another Minecraft video. Today we're taking a look at this modern smart house filled with awesome redstone creations such as redstone elevators, redstone doorways, a redstone security system, and a lot more. It's a really cool build, and if you guys want to go show your support to the map creator, you can check him out in the description box down below. And while you're down there, be sure to take 1 second to absolutely crush that like button. Let's aim for 600 likes on this video. If you could do that, that'll be so awesome to see. But either way, let's go ahead and get started. So here we are in our Minecraft world, and as you guys can see, it's pretty cool looking. The house itself is quite awesome. We have 2 stories as well as a basement and a separate area for even more redstone, as well as that awesome redstone that's built into the roof. That's so awesome. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and grab a key card from this chest, kind of ignoring the book because it's all written in Spanish. So if I open it up, you guys can see that I'm not going to be able to translate that for you guys, but I'll be able to show you all of the redstone. Now let's walk towards our compound. As you guys can see, it's blocked off by a gate. It's a pretty cool design as well. And to actually get in here, you want to open up our mailbox and place our key card into it, and as soon as you do that, our redstone doorway will open and our keycard will be ejected right over here. So as you can see, I picked up my keycard and now I could walk on through. So here we are, guys, at the front of the house, and as you can see, the decorations are so lovely and nice. We'll take a look more at the outside of the house towards the end of the video, but since this is a redstone house, I want to get into the redstone. Now what we're gonna do is close the gate right behind us. There you go, really fast, really cool, and we're gonna walk towards the front door. Now we just walked over a trip hook wire. We'll get back to that, but for now, let's go ahead and ring the doorbell. So that's a nice doorbell. Once we rang it, we could go ahead and enter our house. Oh, I totally failed at that, but let's... Oh my gosh, what the heck? Oh, let's try for a third time. There you go. I'm super bad. I barely know how to operate a door. That's why I really like the redstone doors. But either way, here we are at the inside of the house in this reception space, sort of the first room that your guests would see. We have some lovely decorations in here. As you can see, some lights built into the wall, and it's very dim. In terms of the shaders, you really can't see them, but they're definitely on at the moment. And over here we have a button that will allow us to turn it either on or off. But it looks to be like a mailbox, and I think that's what that word means. When you have a piece of mail in there, it sort of lights up to indicate that it's full. So let's check out the rest of the house. As we walk through this doorway, you can see we have a load of awesome decorations scattered around in this area, as well as a skylight and a staircase leading up to the second floor. But we're gonna skip that for now and go straight forward to our control panel. And on this control panel, you have a few different options, and I'll just go ahead and explain it in English. That way you guys know once you download the map. So this basically says that we could choose any one of these things and hit the button to activate or deactivate it. And this is a status light. This is going to be for turning the alarm system on and off, where the arrow is currently pointed. We have to turn off the lights at this floor or turn it on. We have to turn the lights on or off in the second floor right over here. That's going to be the bottom sign. And then we also have another sign to turn the auto farms either on and off and stop them from harvesting any of the items that they're harvesting. Now this on the left, I have no idea what that does, but it's not really important. But either way, let's go ahead and turn on our alarm system by pointing the arrow towards our alarm system sign and then hitting that button, waiting for the redstone to play out in the background, just so we know that this alarm system is activated. And of course, we will have that indication light as well. But either way, let's go back to the front and take a look at the alarm system in action. As we walk over the trip hook wire, we can actually hear the system activate. So there you go, guys. It is a short alarm. It's not really supposed to kill you or drop you into any lava or anything crazy like that. It's just supposed to indicate to the person that's inside of the house that, hey, someone is about to enter your house. You should probably grab a sword or something and defend the area. But let's go ahead and take a look at the next thing on the control panel, which is going to be the lighting for this hallway. And to activate that, we're going to point the arrow like you saw towards the sign to the bottom right, hit that button, and our lights should now turn on. So it's going to take a second, but there you go. Our lights are now on, and it gives us a much better view of the inside. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the first floor and all of the redstone it has to offer. What I'm going to do is start off first with the pool, because I really like this doorway over here. It's going to be a hipster door that pushes up our blocks using a piston and then allows us to walk through. That's really cool, and we can hit that button to close it. As you guys can see, it's going to push the blocks down yet again, and yeah, it's pretty nice. Alright, so on this end we have, of course, our pool, as well as some lighting in the ceiling. I'm not sure actually how to turn these on, but in the room itself we have a lot of natural lighting, as well as seating arrangements, a button over here to grab some food. In this case it's watermelon, and on this side we have some other minor decorations. We can get a view of the outside, and towards here we have a button to turn on, well, whatever that word is, but it basically turns on this fun little system within our pool. Let's go ahead and right click on that. That will allow us to sort of like bounce up and down. So I'm guessing this is like a wave creator, and that's what the word said as well. And it's a pretty nice addition to have, especially if you're role playing and just want to add a bit of redstone into your pool. But either way, let's exit the pool room and take a look at another room in our house. There you go, so simple, quite like it, and there's no room for me to totally mess up that doorway. But let's enter the room here at the back. This is going to be our office area. We have some lights in the ceiling, which is currently on right now. We can right click on that button to turn it off. All of these yellow blocks with buttons on them basically indicate lighting. As well as we have a lovely view of the outside. The desk itself does look quite nice, and then towards the right hand side over here we have a interesting view of our automatic pumpkin and melon farm. So while we're not doing anything, it's pretty nice that the map creator said, you know what, let's have this as a window for decoration in our house. So very good utilization there. And that's pretty much this room. Let's go ahead and exit now and head towards the other side of the house where we could find some more cool things. By the way, we just walked past this elevator, which is one of the best creations on the map. Can't wait to show that to you guys. So as we progress down the hallway, we have a kitchen to the left hand side. As you guys can see, we have a button over here to turn the lights on and off. As you can see, it just turned off, and we can turn it back on. But the kitchen itself does include our standard kitchen stuff, like a refrigerator on this end. It's going to sort of produce a block and have it disappear. Not really sure the purpose of that, but it looks cool nonetheless. On this side, we have a system that allows us to basically place our items into. So if you go ahead and place an item there and right click on this button, it's going to take that item away. I'm assuming it's going to send it to our automatic storage system, but we'll see as you use the map. So yeah, like I said, not really sure what every single thing does, but I'm pretty sure that takes it to the storage system, which is located in the basement. Now we're gonna grab some items here and test out this other system that's located right in front of us. Let's grab some more pork chops and place some coal in there and place some pork chops. And as you guys can see, it sort of activates something. I'm not really sure what it activates yet again, but it has a cool little sound effect, which is interesting, especially when you start cooking items in your kitchen. Now, the rest of the kitchen includes places for storage, as well as some more countertops here, a large window that gives us a view of the backyard. There's a villager there. Hey, how's it going? And, of course, a table. So that's pretty much a kitchen. Let's now go ahead and take a look at the room over here, which is going to be what looks to be like a bedroom. So we have our two beds here, a closet on this end, as well as some other decorations, everything that we would need in Minecraft, some lovely windows, a seating arrangement. So a very large room where we can have a bed and also a place to sit down and host guests, as well as some lighting on the ceiling, which is already activated. We could go ahead and turn that on and off with that button. And finally, a dispenser which gives you water. Pretty cool. So that's a nice room. Not a lot of redstone in these 2 rooms, but we'll definitely get to the amazing redstone, guys. Trust me. Now we're going to go ahead and take a look at the top floor. The basement is obviously where all of the crazy redstone is going to be, but I want to call the elevator to go back to the top. And to do this, we want to click on the sign that is currently light or lit, and this will, in our case, send the elevator down, but we'll take the elevator as it's going to go back up. So when it gets to the bottom, the light will turn on, indicating that we can indeed click the button, and that will now send the elevator to the top, and then we could use the elevator as it passes to go to the 2nd floor. So there you go, it opens up, we just drop down. I did it a bit early there because I didn't want to miss it, but it's going to take us all the way up to the top floor, and just stop there where we can now exit the elevator and enter our hallway. So very similar to the floor down below, and it also includes our command panel yet again. So this is the same command panel, this time it's on the top, and we can essentially turn the lights on using this as well. So these lights are currently on. Let's go ahead and right click on that button while pointing the arrow to the sign towards the bottom, and it should go ahead and turn off those lights. So there you go. It does work. Alright, so let's turn it back on, and this over here is a nice glimpse of that front area. Of course, this is a staircase where we just came from earlier, and let's go back up to the floor above. Alright, so in the floor above, we have some interesting redstone over here. Let's go all the way down to the left-hand side, past our automatic sugarcane farm, which is weirdly located at the top floor, but yet again, the map creator uses these auto farms as decorations throughout the map, which is a very interesting idea. Now, once that sugarcane is harvested, it's actually taken down to the basement, so all the auto farms you're seeing are actually connected together. Now, we're going to walk past all these awesome decorations real quick and enter another room. So this is our bedroom. As you guys can see, we have another light over here, or another button to turn on our lighting in the ceiling, as well as a doggo. Hey, how's it going, doggo? A lovely view of the outside through these windows, as well as a balcony that overlooks the front, so if you want to snipe someone, you can do it from here while they're breaking your alarm system, as well as the balcony extends all the way down to this end. So pretty cool. Alright guys, so let's go ahead and take a look at this button here, which is going to open up a secret room inside of our bedroom. So if you right click on that button, it's going to open up right behind our painting. Let's walk through, and bam! So as we walk through this room, we're going to enter this secret area, which includes 2 different chests, one for your swords and different armors, as well as one for items like diamonds, emeralds, apples, and all of the other things that you see there. It's pretty cool. It's a nice private area. I wouldn't call it entirely secret because, you know, there's a gigantic window which you can look into from the outside, but it's definitely a hard room to find. Now on this end, we have a button that's going to give us a pop-up armor stand. Take a look at that. It's even holding a sword, and it has full diamond armor, and we can right click on that button to send it back down. And there's actually some invisible blocks here as well, which wouldn't allow us to walk too much forward. But either way, it's pretty cool stuff. Can we grab the armor? Yes, we can. So I was just checking, even though there's an invisible block in the ground, you can indeed grab the pieces of armor, and you can also put it back down when you're not using it. So that is our secret room. Let's go ahead and exit now, and of course it's a little doorway. Come back towards this button, hit that button, and now the room will be closed. So if you go ahead and try to walk through, you guys can see that we can no longer do so. On this end, we just have some decorative storage. As you guys can see, a nice little closet for our room. But that's pretty much this bedroom. Let's exit and take a look at the rest of the house. So really bad with doorways, yet again. But this is another button that would turn the lights in the hallway on or off. And on this side of the house, we're going to have a private library. As you guys can see, we could walk on to or into this side of the room where we have a bunch of seating arrangements and some different decorations, a huge view of the outside, as well as a chest over here, another seating arrangement over here. Just a huge library with a lot of seating, of course, just to chill out and read your books. Some lighting in the ceiling, which is currently turned on, and the button is going to be right over here. So we could turn that on or off, and the lighting also extends to this area as well. So turn it back on, there you go. And finally, inside of the library, appropriately enough, there is going to be an enchantment table. So let's grab ourselves a diamond sword, casually, and you can enchant up to 30 levels. So it's a fully working enchantment space that will get you your max levels. Definitely quite interesting and cool. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at the other side of the house. This is a pretty nice area. As you walk through the doorway or open the doorway, it detects it, turns on the lighting, as well as when you step on these pressure plates, we have this armor stand, which is supposed to be our reflection. And on the other side, I don't know if you guys see this, but that is another room. So it's really cool, and when you sort of get off of the pressure plate, as you can see, the armor stand goes away. So very nice little detail and a really interesting redstone bathroom. But not only that, guys, we have a toilet over here, which we could essentially get toilet paper from the dispenser next to us. We have some storage on this end, as well as a working shower, which is going to work by flicking that lever, as you guys can see. Now we're getting showered under the water, and we can turn it off, hitting that button or lever yet again. Over here we have a bathtub, which you can turn on by right-clicking on that button. You can see that there's water in there, and then to get rid of the water, you just right-click to take it away. So it's a fully working redstone bathroom, and it definitely gives you some ideas for your own build, as well as it does give me ideas for my own. So let's exit this room. As you can see, once we open that doorway yet again, the lights turn off. And then when we open it, it turns back on. Just for you guys to see that clearly. Okay, so now let's go ahead and take a look at the rest of the house. This is the map creator, by the way, or two of the map creators. We have Danny at the top and Cheetos at the bottom. It's a pretty nice decoration as well. Towards the end, we have this gigantic window and another button over here, if you're wondering, to turn the lights on and off in the hallway. Now to the left hand side, we have an item retrieval system. Like I was saying, there is an entire storage system at the base of our house, and we could use these buttons to call some of our items up to the top floor to access them. So to do this, say for instance we want some redstone dust, we right click on this button, and then after some time, by the way, there's an indication that we selected the redstone dust, a chest will come out from this rail, and then our items will drop from the ceiling. So that does take a while, so let's come back to that in just a second while it's working and head on over to this room, which is going to be our living room. Over here we have ourselves a redstone fireplace. As you can see, we have this button which will allow us to have a talking head on the wall, as well as some lighting in the ceiling, which could be turned on and off using this button right over here. So there he goes, off at the moment, and we can go ahead and turn that on. And also we have here at the center one of my favorite creations on this map, and it's one of my favorites because of how unique it is, but how simple it is. But basically we sit on our couch, right click that button, and it's going to push up our wool and open up an area of glass. So that's taking a while, but as you can see, it's going to push away the wool, open up the area which is filled with glass, and inside we have an environment where we have like a TV playing, and that TV is showing like a zombie apocalypse with villagers running around. It's a pretty simple creation, just using dispensers and pistons, but like I was saying, that is so cool, and it plays for quite a while, and it actually feels like a working television. So to turn our TV off, we can go ahead and right click on that button, and it'll be like it was never on, and all of the mobs will be killed after some time. So pretty interesting, and we can also turn off our fire by right clicking on that button. So it's one of my favorite rooms. Even though it's on the second floor, we have a lot of redstone in here, which I think is props to the map creator. So let's go ahead and turn off the lighting at the top floor and now take a look at the basement. I know you guys have been waiting for this, so let's go ahead and just get right into it. So this button over here would actually call the elevator to the top. Since it's already here, we don't need to do that. We just need to enter and hit this button, and this will take us down all the way to the basement. It's going to go past the first floor. As you can see, we had an opportunity to exit there, but we're just going to stay in for now and go to the basement. As you can see, this is really far down. We're almost there, and boom. This button will allow us to go back up, but at the moment we can exit into our underground area. This button will allow us to turn our lighting system on and off, and there's another one all the way down here. I think this is going to be it. Nope, that actually opens up this doorway, but we'll get back to this in just a second. I think it's this button. There you go. Let's hit that button, turns the lighting system back on. Now, towards this end, we're going to have a nether portal. We walk through, and straight in front of us, we have a nether portal in this lovely environment. As you can see, he utilized all the blocks of the nether, as well as some fire, and we're going to walk through. Yes, the map creator did add in a custom terrain over here. It's a very small farm, but here's where we would grow our nether warts. And we have a button over here to harvest our nether warts as well. So take a look at this, guys. Bam! That is so cool. And now we can go ahead and grab all of our nether warts and place them into our chest. Okay, so let's exit the nether through the portal back into our house. It's going to take a while for the shaders to adjust, but there you go. Now we're going to check out our brewing or automatic brewing station, which is very appropriate for this area. On this side, we basically have instructions in Spanish how to use it, but I'll just show you how to do it very quickly. Now, what we want to do is first select the type of potion that we want to create. So say, for instance, we want to create a potion of strength. We just right-click on that button, and it's going to highlight that redstone lamp to show that, yes, indeed, we did select our strength. We're going to right-click on this lever to turn the system on. And then finally, come on over to this button, right-click on that to start brewing our potions. And one of my favorite things about this, and something I will definitely implement on my own redstone maps, is this indication light. So it's blinking to show you that it's currently in progress of being created. So since it's blinking, we'll come back to this system after it is finished. We're going to exit this room, which is, by the way, nicely decorated, and also we're going to pass by this area, which just shows you some of the redstone hidden in the map. Pretty cool. And we're going to leave this room and take a look at some of the other stuff down here. So, going towards this area, we're going to get another glimpse of the redstone. Pretty cool. You can see that there is a lot of redstone back there. But on this end, we're going to have a doorway, which will take us down to our automatic animal farms. We have an automatic meat farm here at the front of us. It's going to utilize spawners, but our animals will fall down over here and then get grinded up and harvested for their meat, and that meat will be sent automatically to our storage system, which we'll take a look at in just a second. So this sheep is currently naked, but when he grows his wool, he will automatically be sheared, and yet again, all of those items will be sent to our collection area. On this end, we have an automatic mushroom farm. As you guys can see, once our mushroom is grown on top of our grass, they will then be automatically detected by our observer, which will yet again harvest that and send it to our collection system. On this end, we have our cocoa bean harvester. We can go ahead and activate it by right-clicking on that button. There you go. Yet again, those items will be sent to our automatic storage system at the bottom, and it looks like we have some here as well. Okay, so let's go back up to the top. Hopefully we can get a glimpse of the sheep growing his wool, but it doesn't look like we will. Either way, that's going to be our automatic farms. You really don't have to do anything. That just exists down there, and will continue producing until you turn the system off, of course, in the control panel that we saw upstairs. Now on this end, we have the entire storage system, and to access this, we're going to need to put in our key card yet again. So the key card that we saved from earlier, I'm not sure why it's just switched to paper, but I guess we won't be able to open this up unless we break it. So let's go ahead and just break this. I'm sorry, but that's just the way we're going to have to do it. And because we didn't put the key card in, these lights are actually not going to turn on. But either way, we have our storage system over here. As you can see, there's a lot of items, and this is basically the heart of our house. If you could fly up here for a second and just go past this area, you guys can see that we have a super connected rail system that is basically going to come from every single part of the house into this area. So there are a few other creations inside of this room, so let's go ahead and take a look at that. At the center, we have this classification chest, which basically allows us to detect how many items are put into the chest and display them on a system on that far end. So say for instance we want to grab some lapis. Let's grab maybe about 32 lapis, or specifically 30 lapis, and place it into this chest. So what we're going to do is place it into this chest. As you can see, we'll start getting sucked into our storage system after a few seconds here. You will begin to see, if I keep talking a little bit longer, we see that it will, oh, I guess it's not going to do it. But maybe after we close the chest. Oh, yes. Okay, so there you go. We place 30 of our lapis into our chest, and if we open and close, you can see that the number is actually updating. We come on over to this system over here. We right-click on this button. It's going to turn on that counter, and as you can see, we've already placed 20 items into our chest. And actually, if we reset this, because it was on 200 to begin with, and come back and place another 30 pieces of lapis, you will see the number will start going up and will stop at around 30. So we're going to come up to this window, as you guys can see. So there is the first amount. That's going to show us 10 items classified in our chest. There's 20. And finally, 30 items. So that's really cool. I'm not sure if it will continue counting or if this is actually a clock, but either way, let's go ahead and reset that system yet again, putting it back to 0. And now we can turn that system off. So the final room at the bottom is going to be this redstone doorway. Let's right click on that button to open it up. It's a 3x3 doorway, as you can see. Opens up really nicely and closes automatically behind you. Now inside this room, we're going to have an industrial furnace system or an industrial smelting system. How this works, you basically go and grab some of your iron or some of your food that you want to smelt and place it into this chest. Now, when I say this thing is industrial, it is industrial, meaning that the rate that it smelts items is super quick. Let's go and just place these items in, and as you guys can see, it just disappears. I mean, oh my gosh, in a matter of seconds, a full stack of items are completely gone. They will now enter a minecart and it will be sent into our furnaces. So as you can see, the minecart is basically going on a rail, and it's a hopper inside the minecart, and it will automatically dispense our items evenly into our furnace. Now, if you thought the incinerator in the other room was quick, I mean, this thing is insanely fast. But either way, after we're talking for some time, when the items are smelted, they will get dispensed into this chest over here. We already have 8 iron ingots in here, which is crazy. And as you can see, 8 more were just created as well. So it's a very quick furnace, and your items will be smelted at rapid rates. This over here is a button to turn our lighting system on and off. And over here, we have a button to open up that doorway so we can exit this space. It will close yet again automatically behind us. Now let's go back up to the top floor by entering our elevator and clicking this button over here. So now let's take a look at the outside of the house and some things that we didn't get a chance to look at yet. Of course, the house itself is decorated quite nicely, especially on the right and left hand sides. The map creator didn't neglect any space. He did decorate every single part of it. We have a lovely path over here leading down to a rail system, which we'll get to in just a second, but it also leads towards a dock with some minor decorations over here, some boats sort of docked there, which we could use to travel across the water. As well as we have some other decorations at the back, like these seating arrangements, a tennis court, what looks to be like automatic farms, which we have villagers working on them, and these lights that turn on automatically at night, so you guys can see this guy is definitely working, and you can't actually jump into this or interrupt what they're doing, so it's like a closed off area, as well as a nice place to just chill outside with a, I guess you would call it a canopy above our head. I'm not sure what you would call it specifically, but it's a nice area to just chill out. And yet again, all these items will be sent to this villager over here, which will be sent to our storage system down below. And towards this end of the map, we have some other decorations here on the outside, as you can see. Really cool. We have a tripwire over here, which will, again, activate that alarm system and notify that there's someone on the premises. We're going to wait for that alarm system to stop. But there you go. And over here we have our bamboo farm, which we could stand over here and look down. A very nice decoration. Towards the back of it, we have beets growing. We have a trapdoor to go down into our farm itself. So take a look at that, walking into our bamboo farm. And this is not actually harvested automatically. We could go ahead. Wait, is it? Nope, it's not harvested automatically. So we just right click on this button to manually harvest our bamboo. Grab those, and then we could place it into our storage system by using one of the chests in the house. But either way, that is our bamboo area. It's a very minor thing. Let's go ahead and close that doorway and continue down. Over here we have, not sure what that is actually, but down over here we have a chicken farm, as you guys can see, or just a place for our chickens. Hey, how's it going, guys? Really nicely decorated. We have some water over here for them, as well as a chicken coop. A button over here, which I don't think does anything. But yeah, that's basically this portion of the house. Yet again, nicely decorated. Let's head back towards our rail system because that's the final thing that we're going to take a look at. As well as there's a random seating arrangement over here as you can see. But yeah, back towards our gigantic hole in the ground. Once you go down the staircase, you can see that we enter this area, which includes this lovely underwater aquarium and then a rail system which will take us to another portion of the map. So let's go ahead and just enter that minecart by right clicking on it, and once we begin moving, it will activate our system using that trip hook wire. And as you can see, it's going to take us down this path which will lead towards a village. So check this out, guys. We're going to pass by this underwater tunnel, which looks absolutely crazy. I mean, check that thing out. I really, really love it, especially with the lighting. It changes from this fiery tone, this fiery dark tone into just awesome looking blue. And I think we have one more of those coming up a little bit further down. As you guys can see, it's coming up. And look at this yet again. So awesome. That one's a little bit smaller, but we're going to turn right here. We're going to pass another underwater tunnel, which adds, I guess, to the variety of this underwater tunnel. Look at that. Oh, this one's actually a ravine. Wow. That's pretty cool. And then towards the end over here, we're going to have like a receiving station, which is very similar to the one that we just left. That way you can easily head back and forth between our two areas because it's designed exactly the same. So as you can see, you get kicked off of the minecart right over here, and then it continues down to our observer block yet again with that trip hook wire at the top of it. But either way, this is going to be our staircase, very similar to the design we came from. And as we exit, we're going to now enter our farm, or sorry, village. And this village is basically just here for roleplay reasons. I guess it's a nice little railway system that leads to another portion of the map, and there's really not much to spotlight here because it's basically a regular village. So anyways, guys, that basically wraps up today's Minecraft video. It was a pretty cool redstone house. If you did enjoy it, please take 1 second to crush that like button yet again, as well as don't forget to subscribe and turn on your notifications to see when I post my latest videos. As well as you could join and get a premium membership on my channel, which gives you exclusive downloads to certain maps, updated maps to the latest versions, because when I make my videos, sometimes the maps are really old and I have to update them to like say 1.14.4, so you could get access to all those downloads if you're a premium member, and you could do that by clicking the join channel and paying that monthly subscription fee, as well as we have premium Discord privileges and permissions and some other cool items such as custom icons for you in the YouTube comment section. So all really awesome, and of course it goes to supporting my channel and the creation of these videos, and I really appreciate all of you that do, and I'll include some of the names of some premium subscribers on the screen right now. But either way, guys, that pretty much wraps up today's video, like I said, and I'll see you guys next time.